This is Randall with JDQ Entertainment in Los Angeles at the 911 for Kids Christmas celebration to bring you the private side in the public life of one celebrity who shared with almost 400 kids how he overcame dyslexia.
We are at Kathy Ireland's 24th anniversary of her children's Christmas foundation, which is a lot of fun. You know, a lot of kids are here.
All right, for those of us who have been under a rock or on another planet, just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and how we would know you.
My name is Dallas Page, or Diamond Dallas Page. More people would know me as that. I started in professional wrestling. I was actually the oldest rookie ever at 35 years old. My career didn't take off till I was 39. At 40, in 1996, I blew through the roof, so did wrestling. And over the 90s, I was a three-time world champion. In my 40s, which had never been done before. I've also done quite a few films, written a couple books, and I am now a fitness guru. I developed a workout called YRG, the YRG fitness system that you can find at diamonddallaspage.com or yrgfitness.com. I grew up with ADD and dyslexia, so I love reading to kids because as a kid I couldn't read. Really in my 30s, it was still really bad. My 40s, it got much better. In my 50s, I can read now. I'm not a great reader, but I work at it all the time. So Juanito Ibarra, who's a trainer of champions, brought me in here and said, hey, do you want to come up and read to the kids? Because he knows I'm pretty passionate about that. And I wanted to share my story with the kids as well, because a lot of kids can't read. And they just get pushed through grades, just like I did. And at some point, you really become ashamed of it. And so you don't want to get any help. So what I try to do is put it out there and let them know that a three-time world champion, needed help and wish I would have done it when I was younger. So I try to get that message out about reading.
Dyslexia means basically you have a reading disability. That followed me all the way into my 30s. At 30 years old, I was reading at probably about a third grade level. You see, for me to read the words the way most of you would be reading them in the book, up till then, I would have I would have to read slow. The bottom line is DDP couldn't READ. Like I said, at 30 years old, I was reading at a third grade level. But at 31, I made a decision that I was going to learn how to read proficiently. And then I set a goal for myself, that I was finally going to read a book from cover to cover. Now, that may not seem like that big a deal to you, but to me at that time, it was overwhelming.
How did you start learning?
In the beginning, it was like one word at a time. And, trying to group 2 or 3 words together. In my 40s, and I was still a horrific reader in my 30s. In my 40s, I actually went to the Era School of Learning, which is right here in Los Angeles, where all kids there, ADD and dyslexic. And I found a teacher who was 85 years old, Susan Rose, and she was amazing. And she said that she had never had any student ask for so much homework and come back. I'd go see her twice a week. I did it for about 3 months. And then my schedule got out of control, but it really helped, took me up to that next level.
Tell us about the decision-making process when you decided, you were speaking earlier about you decided you have to learn how to read. What happened or what triggered that?
I knew I wanted to be an actor since I was a little kid. And if you can't read, you can't read the script. You can't learn the material. So at 31, I made that decision. Plus, in life itself, I needed to learn how to read, and it was really hard. I mean, it was really hard. But if I would have focused on how hard it was, I never would have been able to do it. Instead of looking, oh my God, I got to read this book, which by the way was Lee Iacocca's autobiography, and I found him an incredible individual, and his book was really inspirational, and I read it 1 page at a time, and some nights I'd read 2. But it took me almost a year to read that book.
And the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound coming over the snow. It started in low, and it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry. Very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise.
You know, I'm still that little kid sometimes when it comes to reading in front of people. You know, like I read that story because to me it's a performance for the kids as well. And I got a lot of compliments on that, but there was a lot of work put into it too. It just wasn't, I picked up the book and did it. You know, for anything I do, repetition is the mother of learning. The more I do it, something, the more I own it.
And the more you own it, the more you care. This is Randall for JDQ Entertainment at the Kathy Ireland 911 for Kids Christmas celebration, put on by athletes and entertainers for kids. Stay tuned for more exciting videos from this event.